Greetings everyone. Welcome to Gurukul CEC lectures. I'm Mehik Chawla, art educator, Bharatnatyam dancer and disciple of Guru Srimati Geeta Chandranji. In this lecture, we are going to study about folk and traditional theatre traditions of India, its performance forms and its aesthetic elements. In our last lecture, we covered Thiruvattirakali, a dance that beautifully reflects grace, devotion and feminine group of expressions. It introduced us to a calm, meditative and ritual-oriented dimensions of performance. In this lecture, we move into a completely different space within the Kerala's folk traditions. This shift is quite interesting because we are moving away from softness and restraint towards a form that is vibrant, energetic and visually striking. Here, dance becomes more public, more festive and more centered on celebration and spectacle. Let us now study about Pulikali, a lively and engaging folk performance that brings together color, rhythm and strong community participation, especially during festive occasions. Pulikali literally means tiger dance, originates from Kerala and is particularly associated with regions like Thrissur. It has evolved as a popular folk performance that showcases creativity and community spirit. It is commonly referred to as tiger dance, in some contexts also known as Kaduvakalli. The central theme of Pulikali revolves around imitation of tigers and hunters, celebration of nature and wildlife, festive entertainment and playful enactment. It symbolizes the interaction between humans and the natural world, presented in a lively and dramatic manner. Pulikali is performed during Onam festival, Kerala's most important harvest festival, public celebrations and cultural festivals. It is one of the major attractions during Onam festivities, drawing large audiences, and it is primarily performed by men, often in large groups. Performers come from different sections of society, highlighting inclusivity and community participation. If we look at the performance structure of this dance form, the performance is highly energetic and visually captivating. Performers paint their bodies in bright colors, typically yellow, orange and black, to resemble tigers. They wear masks and costumes that enhance the animal-like appearance. Groups of tigers are accompanied by hunters, creating a dramatic narrative. And the movements include like jumping and prowling actions, rhythmic shaking of the body, sudden gestures that imitate animal behavior. The dancers move through streets in processions, engaging directly with the audience. The performance is less structured and more spontaneous and interactive, creating a festive atmosphere. The music is loud, rhythmic and energetic, designed to match the lively movements of the performers. If we look at the costume, the body is painted with intricate tiger patterns, masks representing tiger faces, waistbands and small accessories to enhance the movement which they do while performing. The song of Pulikali does not rely heavily on lyrical bass Instead, it focuses on rhythmic beats, musical patterns that drive movement and excitement, and it uses the instruments that create powerful beats that energize both performers and spectators. If you look at the musical instruments which are used in this dance form are chenda, the traditional drum of South India, tawil, and udukku. The preparation for Pulikali is extensive. Body painting can take several hours, requiring patience and skill. The dance is less about technical precision and more about enthusiasm, stamina, and visual impact. Pulikali is widely featured in Onam tourism promotions, cultural festivals across India, media representation of Kerala's festive tradition. It has become an iconic symbol of Kerala's colourful and celebratory spirit. Now, having explored Pulikali, where folk performance takes the form of a vibrant public spectacle filled with colour, rhythm, and collective celebration, we now move further into another culturally rich region of South India. This shift helps us understand how folk traditions evolve while still remaining deeply connected to ritual, devotion, and community life. While Pulikali emphasized visual energy and festive participation, we now enter a landscape where dance forms are equally dynamic but often more structured, symbolic, and rooted in diverse social and religious contexts. As we move into Tamil Nadu, we encounter a wide range of folk dance traditions such as Kummi, Karakattam, Kavadiyattam, Devarattam, Kolattam, Mayilattam, Ottankooth, Poikkal Kuthirai Aattam, Puliyaattam, and many others. Together, these forms reflect the region's rich cultural heritage, offering deep insights into its artistic expressions, ritual practices, and community traditions. For instance, Karakattam is a devotional dance performed in honor of rain deities, where dancers balance decorated pots on their heads, showcasing both skills and devotion. It is very hard to balance the pots over their heads and carry themselves with this. So, that is for the rain deities of Karakattam. And similarly, in Kavadiyattam, that is associated with worship of Lord Murugan. It involves physical demanding movements, act of penance and faith. If you look at Devarattam, that reflects themes of valor and victory, traditionally performed by specific communities, while Kolattam is a rhythmic group dance using sticks, emphasizing coordination and collective harmony. And similarly, in the case of Mayilattam, that is inspired by the bird peacock. It incorporates graceful movements that imitate the bird, often linked with devotional themes. And moving further, we encounter performance traditions like Tirukuthu and Ottankooth, which combine dance, drama, storytelling that often presenting episodes from epics in opening village spaces, making them both entertaining and educational. The visually striking forms such as Poikkal Kuthirai Aattam, where dancers appear to ride dummy horses, and Puliyaattam, which involves tiger-like body painting. Yes, it is in Tamil Nadu also, which is called by the name of Puliyaattam. and the enactment highlights the creative and theatrical aspect of folk expression. Additionally, forms like Shatam dance and other regional variations contribute to the richness of the tradition, each carrying its own local significance, ritual context, and stylistic identity. Together, these dance forms demonstrate how folk traditions in Tamil Nadu are not confined to single style or purpose. Instead, they represent a dynamic blend of movement, storytelling, physical skills, and community participation, offering a deeper understanding of the region's cultural and artistic heritage. So let us now study about Kummi, a dance form that beautifully represents unity, simplicity, and the cultural essence of rural Tamil life. Kummi is one of the oldest folk dances of Tamil Nadu, widely practiced in rural regions. It is believed to have originated in ancient times when musical instruments were not yet developed, making it a purely rhythmic based community dance. The term Kummi is derived from the word komai, which refers to dancing while clapping hands to maintain rhythm. This highlights the core essence of the dance, creating music through collective participation. The central theme of Kumi include representation of rural life and daily activities, celebration of harvest and seasonal cycles, expressions of joy, unity and togetherness. The dance reflects simplicity, community bonding, and the rhythm of everyday life. Kumi is performed during Pongal, which is the harvest festival, in weddings and family celebrations, village festivals, and social gatherings. It is closely associated with moments of celebration, transition, and community bonding, primarily performed by women in the groups. And this performance of Kumi is simple yet rhythmic and engaging. In this, the dancers form a circular formation and they clap their hands in rhythm while moving in coordinated steps. And the movement includes stepping forward, bending, swaying, and turning. One performer leads the song while others respond to the chorus, and each participant may take turn while singing the lines. And it has a repetitive and a synchronized movement which emphasis on facial expressions and group coordination. And there is a gradual increase in participation as more dancers join in. In certain variations, we can see men form an outer circle holding sticks and women stand inside a smaller circle. And the rhythmic interplay between clapping and stick beating enhances the performance. This dance continues until the energy gradually subsides, reflecting spontaneity and collective joy. And if I speak about the costume, there is no strict costume rule emphasizing accessibility and inclusivity. In this, the woman wear a simple sari and the male wears traditional attire such as dhoti or white linen cloth with a shirt or a kurta. In Komi, the music is unique and it has a musical structure. There is no instrument accompaniment, and rhythm is created through clapping and singing. If you look at the songs in this is known as Kummi songs, and songs it is sung collectively by performers that include themes of devotion, daily life, and celebration. In this, the musical element is mainly the clapping of hands and rhythmic vocal patterns. These elements replace the need for formal instruments in this dance form. Occasionally, they use the sticks in some variations. And the most distinctive aspect of Kummi is the absence of musical instrument, making it one of the purest forms of rhythm based dance driven entirely by human coordination and participation. Now, let us know about the fact of Kummi dance. And those, therefore, Kummi is considered one of the earliest form of the dance in South India, and it is closely related to other forms like Kolattam and Pinal Kolattam. This dance has been supported by poets like Subramanya Bhartiyar. It is also practiced among Tamil communities in Sri Lanka. Traditionally, it is linked to early communal gatherings, sometimes associated with ancient cave traditions. After understanding Kummi, which reflects simplicity, collective rhythm, and community participation without the use of instruments, we will now move to another significant folk dance of Tamil Nadu that presents a contrasting energy and context. This transition is important because it takes us from a soft, circular, participatory, woman-centric dance to a more vigorous, lineage-based and celebratory performance uh, traditionally associated with valor and heritage. Here, movement becomes more assertive and the dance reflects pride, identity, and historical memory. So, now we are going to study about Devarattam, a dynamic dance form that embodies tradition, celebration, and the legacy of a warrior community. Devarattam is a traditional folk dance of Tamil Nadu, primarily associated with the um, Kambalattu Nayakar community, particularly in regions like Madurai and Tirunellaveli. It is believed to have originated as a victory dance performed by ancient kings and warriors. The term Devarattam is derived from two words, Dev, which means divine or celestial beings, and Attam. Attam means dance. It is often interpreted as the dance of gods, symbolizing a divine celebration of victory and joy. The central themes of Devarattam include celebration of victory and success, expression of valor and masculinity, honor and pride of the community, and the continuation of ancestral traditions. The dance reflects a strong sense of identity, bravery, and cultural continuity. Devarattam is performed during weddings within the community, in the temple festivals, social and cultural celebrations, in the ritual and ceremonial occasions also. It is especially significant during life cycle events marking joy and prosperity. It is being traditionally performed by men of Kambalattu Nayakar community, usually performed in groups. Participation signifies cultural belonging and continuity. If you look at the performance structure, the performance of Devarattam is very energetic and rhythmic. In this, the dancer moves in linear or semicircular formation, and the steps are synchronized with emphasis on footwork and body coordination. And the movements may include stamping of feet, swift turns, shoulder and torso movements, and there is a rhythmic progression in tempo. In this, the dancer often carry a small cloth or handkerchiefs which they wave rhythmically. and the performance begins at moderate pace and gradually intensifies. In this, the choreography is not rigidly codified but follows a traditional sequence passed down through generations, allowing both discipline and spontaneity. If you look at the costume of this dance form, it is traditional dhoti and angavastram. Sometimes it is accompanied by turban or headgear as well, and the attire is very simple, reflecting the rustic and community based nature of the dance. In this, the music is highly rhythmic and drives the performance. It is strong, percussion based accompaniment, and the tempo gradually increases, enhancing the intensity of the dance. And the song is usually minimal or absent, and they focus more on rhythm than lyrical storytelling. So, the instruments used in this dance form are urumi, tappu, and there are other local percussion instruments as well which they use. These instruments create powerful beats that energize the dancer and audience alike. The distinctive aspect of Devarattam is that it is traditionally performed without vocal songs, relying entirely on rhythmic beats and coordinated movements, which enhances its raw and powerful visual impact. Devarattam is believed to have been performed by kings after victory in battle, and it continues to be preserved within specific communities, maintaining its authenticity. This dance is often performed without formal training, and it is learned through observation and participation, and it represents both cultural pride and ancestral memory. So, after studying Devarattam, which reflects vigor, valor, and community pride through strong rhythmic movements, we will now move to another fascinating folk dance of Tamil Nadu that introduces a completely different aesthetic dimension, which takes us from a forceful masculine and rhythm driven performance to a graceful, symbolic, and visually imaginative form. Here, the emphasis shifts from human expression of strength to the imitation of nature, particularly the beauty and elegance of a bird. So, now we will study about Mayilattam, a dance form that beautifully combines devotion, creativity, and visual storytelling through the representation of the peacock. Mayilattam is a traditional folk dance of Tamil Nadu, commonly performed in temple festivals and rural cultural settings. It is especially popular in regions with strong devotional practices connected to Lord Murugan. Lord Murugan in South and Lord Kartikeya in the North India. So, Murugan is the name for Lord Kartikeya. The term Mayilattam is derived from Mayil, which means peacock, and Attam means dance. Thus, it literally means dance of the peacock. The central theme of Mayilattam includes imitation of the peacock's graceful movements, devotion to Lord Murugan, whose vehicle is the peacock, and the celebration of nature's beauty and elegance. The dance symbolizes grace, beauty, and spiritual devotion. Mayilattam is performed during temple festivals, especially those dedicated to Lord Murugan, religious processions, in the cultural events and folk festivals. It is closely associated with devotional and festive contexts, and it is being traditionally performed by both men and women. In many cases, male performers dress as female characters, usually performed solo or in small groups. If you look at the performance structures, the performance of Mayilattam is highly visual and expressive. The dancer imitates the movement of a peacock, walking, bending, and spreading feathers. In this, the movement includes graceful neck and head movement, slow, deliberate steps, circular turns, and gentle swaying. The choreography focuses on elegance and control rather than speed. The dancer often balances on toes while maintaining the peacock posture, and the movements are synchronized with rhythm, creating a lifelike illusion of the bird. In this, the costume is one of the most striking aspects of the dance form. In this, the dancer wears an elaborate peacock costume with a large, colorful tail, and the tail can be opened and closed to mimic real peacock feathers. The body is decorated to resemble the bird. As you can see on your screen, the headgear is designed like a peacock's head and beak, and the costume plays a crucial role in enhancing the visual appeal of this folk dance. And you can see another image on your screen. In this, the costume requires skill to manage, especially while maintaining balance. And the music is rhythmic and supportive of the dancer's movement, moderately paced to match the graceful performance, and it enhances the visual storytelling as well. In this, they have devotional song, specially dedicated to Lord Murugan. Sometimes instrumental music is also used, and the instruments which are used in this dance form are nadaswaram, tawil, and other percussion instruments as well. These instruments create a festive and devotional atmosphere. And the most distinctive feature of Mayilattam is the realistic imitation of a peacock through costume and movement, making it a visually captivating blend of dance and theatrical representation. This dance is closely associated with Lord Kartikeya, and it is often performed alongside other folk dances in temple festivals. And the art form highlights the connection between nature and devotion and the performance itself. With this, I close my lecture. Thank you.